Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we've got a pair of wide receivers who certainly want to be targeted throughout the game. It's Marshall's Giants going up against Jeffrey's Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the New York Giants. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw, it's Manning. A screen here to Vereen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
A first carry now for Paul Perkins. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They stick on the ground. Again, it's Vereen. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Now Manning. And Adams has it complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
First and goal, Perkins. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Paul Perkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Wentz now on first down. Over the middle to Smith. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got the first down and more past the 40. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Beckham, the return. And New York set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Now a first down run here. This is Vereen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And he'll keep this one away from Sproles as this is angled toward the sideline. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Wentz. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns in the regular season? And no longer with New England.
He is over 30 now. He turned 30 in December. I don't know if that played a factor, but yeah, such a productive year, and then he's gone.
Well, that just tells you this. Now he's going to be playing with a chip on his shoulder trying to prove something.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and a yard to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open. And this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. to bunt here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington. And then tomorrow on Monday night, we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
So after the INT, it's Manning. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Manning going to give it to Perkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And incomplete here on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And out now come the Eagles. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And not great starting field position here for the offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. That's a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run again with Blunt. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense, and what a big-time play there.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Throwing on first down is Manning. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gained?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
On 2nd down, here's Manning. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A giant first down, Manning to an open Beckham. It's Vereen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Shotgun now for Manning. And he fires one, but incomplete. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Throwing on first is Wentz. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And Selleck here, left side. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. This complete left side to Aguilar. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Again, it's Wentz. Smith catches left side. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Well, when defensive coordinators game plan to put pressure on a quarterback, they often want to use blindside rushes, and that's exactly what they did there. The cornerback gets to him and drops him.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. From the red zone now, Wentz going underneath to Blow. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw is Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Manning going to throw. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. And it's the NFC champs, the Falcons, that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They'll begin here with Blunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Play action. Now Wentz. He finds an opening past the 40. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Torrey Smith, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. Now Wentz. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Now Manning. And Adams has it complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here's Perkins on first down. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. from Manning. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Manning. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Giants coming up on 1st and goal. Remember, they had only 6 rushing touchdowns all of last year, fewest in the league. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nigel Bradham, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Will Tye, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point coming now for Nugent. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen. So
Alshon Jeffrey, the 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. They'll run here with Marine. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. Now a play fake. Manning. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The Giants on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. To throw, it's Manning. Looking for Shepard deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. They have, by the way, gone to the 3rd quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And tough starting field position here. They start on the ground here with Blunt. Oh, he trucked him. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Again, here's Blunt. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try to move forward.
Here's Blunt. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Donnie Jones now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken around the 12. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out come the Giants. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So 2nd and 10 here. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Manning to throw. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. It's the rookie from Washington, Sidney Jones. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career. You're saying that's going into the trophy case? I'd put it there. Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team. They go play action here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks. He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task. And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Throwing now is Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew Adams. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6. And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in. But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem. Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. They'll run it here with Blunt. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Shotgun now for Wentz. Jeffrey wheels it in over the middle. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Wentz finding his new weapon, Jeffrey, for an Eagle first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Wentz now on first down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Carry for Blunt. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 4. Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're on the outskirts of field goal range here in a tie game with a little time. So how do you handle this? What do you do here, Charles?
Everybody wants to pick up as much yardage as possible. But the weird part is for field goal kickers, being in really close sometimes puts more pressure on them because it's much more of a position kick as opposed to just going ahead and letting it out and letting it thump. A lot of guys like a little bit of distance because you know they can handle it, and it's a more natural swing of the leg.
So maybe getting inside the 20, not that big of a deal.
Not that huge of a deal. Sometimes that messes you up with the angles depending on which hash mark you're kicking from.
He was trying to hit his big receiver, Brandon Marshall. 3rd down here. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
To throw is Manning. He'll rifle this one deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Shrugs him off. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. I get and appreciate that they wanted to go for the win, not play for overtime, but that's the cost right there.